We have some plant mail. I am so excited to set this up. This is a tissue culture. I got this from Orange Lake Nursery over Black Friday, and it's a Monstera Bulbasaur, and I'm so excited. This Monstera I put on my wish list earlier this year, and I think it's a beautiful Monstera. I love the pattern, the color, the mature leaves are just chef's kiss. And they're very expensive still. Even TCs are still expensive. If you want this plant, honestly, just wait because they're going to keep coming down in price. I think mine was, I forget the exact price I paid, but I'll put it on the screen here. Again, still very expensive for a tissue culture, so definitely wait if you want this one. I saw some like acclimated TCs on Etsy here and there, but they were still like around $600. And I'm like, I just couldn't do it. I'm like, they're gonna get cheaper. I'm gonna wait. So I got a Monstera Mint TC, was it August? Not of last year, but the year before. And it's still like a pretty tiny Monstera. After 2 years, it is the slowest growing Monstera. So I hope Monstera Bulbasaur is not like that and it grows faster. So what I'm going to do today is unbox it and deflask it and set it up. I will link my previous tissue culture videos because I've done a few of them. I think the last one that I really filmed and took you through was my Monstera Burlmarks Flame, and that was a while ago. That one is growing very well. I'm actually getting ready probably to chop it, probably in the new year in January. I'm gonna be doing a lot of chopping, but I have so many fenestrations and I can't wait for it to get even bigger and more mature. But that TC has done so well for me. It is a slower growing plant as well, but I love each new leaf that comes in. So yeah, we are gonna set this up and then I will do follow-up videos. Probably the next time I go to do something with this plant is when it'll need to actually be upsized and potted up. So I acclimate these slowly. So it's going to be kept under high humidity for at least a couple weeks, and then I'll slowly acclimate it to like normal conditions. We'll see how quickly it grows and everything. So yeah, stay tuned. I will make follow-ups of this plant, especially if you are interested in this TC for next year. I can let you know how mine's doing. So yeah, let's go ahead and open. So this did come yesterday. It came from, wait, where are they located? Orange Lake, oh, they are in Florida. I don't know why I was thinking Texas. So Orange Lake Nursery is in Florida, and it was shipped priority. I think they shipped it on a Thursday or Friday, and it came yesterday, which was Monday. Today's Tuesday. So I did let it sit overnight. It's best to let TC, those little bags that you get, just to let them get used to your home environment, especially since it's so cold right now. So letting it sit overnight was a good thing. That way I could get used to like the warmer conditions in here. So I would say it's been in this box for about 24 hours now. Hopefully it's good. But yeah, let's go ahead and open first. Oh, they did insulate, okay. That. Oh, there's actually a little cup in there. Oh, that's cool. They gave you a little TC cup, potting cup. Oh, that's really cute. It has their logo. There we go. So I'll just use this plastic cup because I actually brought one that I was going to use, but maybe I'll just use this one. I'll see what the root system looks like and then I'll go from there. Ooh. All right, and then this is just my receipt. We'll hang on to that. I was tempted to get more TCs on their site, I'm not going to lie, but I just got the one for this time. So let's go ahead and open. I gotta be careful so I don't accidentally jab the bag. Oh, it's so cute and little. I love baby plants. Ooh, the second leaf on that looks actually really nice. The root system actually looks pretty good too. And that's the agar. It's been a while since I had to do this and mess with this. Okay, so that's the first little leaf here. That's what it looks like. And then this one is the second leaf, and you can actually see some of that variegation pattern. And then it does look like it's working on another new leaf here. That's a pretty good size, I feel like. And you can see all that agar, that little jelly that the plant is grown in. So we're gonna let this soak and get all this cleaned off. So what I'm gonna do is kind of bend you guys down so you can't really see me, but you'll just see me working. I have gloves here, and I'm going to sanitize this area. And then I have some distilled water. I just use distilled. It's what I've done on all my previous tissue cultures, and I've never had any issues with anything. I just let it soak in distilled and clean it really good, clean off all that media, and then we'll pot it up into, I think I'm gonna use like this mix here. This is mostly just cocoa coir and perlite is a really good mix. You could probably move it to moss. I've done TCs and moss before, or maybe even stratum, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pot it up. And based off the root system, I could use their little cup that they gave me. Yeah, I might put it in their little cup, or I might just put it in here. I'll have to see. I still haven't decided. And yeah, that's the plan. I am so excited for this. I'm gonna put some gloves on. Okay, those are for my distilled water. And I have a little makeup brush to clean the agar off, and I'm going to sanitize these scissors. Okay. And in the bowl we go. And what I'm gonna do is probably let this soak in distilled water for like 10 minutes while we clean all the gooey stuff off. It's like one big chunk. Do you see that? It's like one big gel in there. Oh, right here, look at that. One big jelly. It looks like, I don't know. I'm gonna put that there. We'll just flop it down. This root here has a little bit of rot on the end, so I'll probably clip that away, this one here. But everything else looks good. Oh, that leaf is so pretty. I'm so excited to grow this plant. Oh, I hope it does well. If you haven't tried tissue culture yet, are you interested in trying? I remember used to being really intimidated when I first started with tissue culture. When I first tried it for the first time, I was like so nervous. It's not as scary as I feel like it sometimes still sounds. I feel like this root here is wanting to come off. Yeah, I'm gonna let this chill in here for like 10 minutes and then I'll come back on and we'll get it switched over. Okay, I got that little chunk off of one of the sides. And I think if I remove this other piece, this other root is going to come with it. You know that little casing on? There you go, Monstera's. The sheath. I feel like this root is hanging on for dear life. Yeah, it just came off. I had a feeling. Oh well. We lost a root. That's okay. And then the one that's rotted here, I'm just going to pluck where the rot is and just take that off. Okay, I am going to discard that. That is all the yucky, gooey mess. And we're going to pluck her in a clean thing of distilled water. Okay. We will let that sit for a few while we get our mix ready. I'm gonna set this little wet paper towel so I don't make a mess. Okay. Oh, no. I didn't get all the agar off. There's still some on this. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's the root system that we're working with. I think I got most of that off. Okay. And we're going to pot it. It's bugging me that it's not centered. I think because of this one root, I am going to not use this because I feel like that's just too small. Because I can't really bend this root without it wanting to snap. Okay, I feel like this is going to be better. I'm gonna see if I can peel their sticker off. And I'll put it on here. I'm just gonna write a little date on the sticker. So it is it the 9th? Yes, it's Tuesday, December 9th. Okay, it says 12/9 on the sticker. Okay, and I'm going to use some of this distilled to water this. Now this doesn't have any drainage holes, so I'll just have to make sure it's not sitting in a ton of water. And I got some dirt on the leaves, so I'm going to pour the distilled over top to kind of get some of that dirt off. And this has no nutrients. I'm not adding any nutrients or anything while it's still young. It'll be a bit before I introduce fertilizer. All right, so there is our little cutie all potted up. And I moistened it through. It's not like soaking wet. And we need to put this in a little dome so that it can get high humidity. I brought this little cup out, but I might need to, oh no, I think that'll work. Okay, I have a taller cup. I could do this actually. We'll stick that in there. Perfect, that's what we'll do. And I'll just add like 2 pieces of tape on the end so that this stays. But yeah, that's how we'll keep this, and it'll be under high humidity. And I'm gonna put this in my IKEA Milsbo cabinet because it's pretty warm in there. And it is December, so it's not as warm out here as it used to be over spring and summer. So I feel like it would grow really well over the next several weeks, months in my cabinet. So I'll make room for it in there under some grow lights. And yeah, I shouldn't have to really do anything with this guy for at least a week, 10 days. What I'll do to acclimate it is I'll probably just poke some holes in this plastic cup and give it some ventilation. And then after about another week after that, we can take the lid off and everything. But yeah, that is our little TC Bulbasaur. That was so fun. I miss doing that. I'm guessing the next video will be, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna need 8 weeks or so before I repot it, but I'll have to see how it's looking in the new year. But what I'll do is compile a video of everything that I do from this point on for the next video. So when I go to actually repot it and updates and stuff, just to keep you in the loop. And don't drink that. And just so you can follow along if you are interested in this tissue culture. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope it grows well. I can't wait. I love Monstera, so I feel like this one will be a nice addition to the collection if it grows well, especially over spring and summer. I feel like the plants in there really take off because it is so warm. So I hope like getting it set up now, let it grow some really strong roots, and then it can focus on growing for the season next year. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.